What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Free Spirit Tarot. I am Poetry. You are here for our monthly September reading for Virgo. This month, I decided I was going to do all of our readings based on zodiac signs. So, in order to help me do that, I'm using two astrology decks that is going to help me walk through this process. The first being Astrology, the deck, and the Numinous Astro deck. These are not paid promotions. It's just the deck that I'm using because I'm the type of person to be going around asking everybody, what deck is that? What deck is that? So in order to prevent you from asking me, I'm letting you know. I'm also probably going to be doing you a Kipper reading in alignment with your astrology-based reading. This is not a horoscope. This is not a natal chart reading. This is just me using the astrology tools in order to help me give you some insight on what could possibly be happening in the month of September for you. We're starting with Virgo because this is Virgo season. The decks that I have laid out here, or the piles that I have laid out here already, I will shuffle in between each zodiac. But this pile here is our planets, Jupiter, Earth, okay, things of that nature. It also includes our Lilith, our sun, and our moon. Even though they are not planets, they are put into that place because these are the things that governs our lives. Okay, things that we relate to. That's what we have there. The second group will be our houses. Okay, our houses show where these things could manifest, where they could be happening. Our next group will be our aspects. Our aspects are the communication between planet energies. So it's what's going to be influencing our personal decisions, what challenges we may have, and the potential that we have. These are what could be influencing it. Our next group is our nodes. This shows us where this could be happening, whether it's something that is future or whether it's something that may have presented itself in the past. And then our last things are going to be our asteroids, which basically tell us how we're going to correct the problem or adjust the problem. Okay. And I may be pulling from different sections. I may pull from both. I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. So again, we're starting off with Virgo. Virgo is known as the alchemist. I like to use the old zodiac dates between August 23rd and September 22nd is what we're showing here. The Virgo, like I say, is known as an alchemist, somebody that likes to put things together. They're very methodical. They think things through. They sometimes overthink, okay? They can be a bit critical of others, be a bit judgmental, works best in solitary, but may not want to be solitary. They like perfection. They like planning, very detail oriented, and they are the ruler of the sixth house. Okay, so that's what we have here. That's who we're working with today is our Virgo. And let's see what planet is going to pop out here for us. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I've used the Virgo before because this is my second time taping. And I actually did a setup earlier just so I could see my camera angles. And Virgo was the one that popped out there too. And the same, not planet, but the same house showed itself. So what we got here is the sun. So we're dealing with the Virgo and how we express ourselves. What I'm going to be looking at is common themes that are going to pop up between our zodiac, our planet, and our houses, and see if that's going to be our main focus on what we're going to be talking about here. So we got the Virgo. The sun is in Virgo is basically how you would hear that explanation. The sun is in Virgo. Okay. And I'm trying to make these videos kind of short and sweet because I got 12 of them to do. I don't want to be taking all day, baby. All right, let's see. And we're talking about the 12th house, which is our subconscious mind. Okay, that's what we're going to be dealing with. We're going to be dealing with the Virgo, the sun in Virgo, how we express ourselves, and our subconscious mind. What are we thinking about ourselves in relation to that? Okay, this is the journey that we're about to go down. Alrighty, so the next one that we have here is our aspects. So while I'm shuffling these, what I'm looking at, and I look at planning, self, personal power, Leo energy, all things hidden, limiting beliefs, self-sacrifice. The main thing that I see in common with all three of these so far is self-perfection, being an individual, how important that is to you, the sacrifices that you make, the isolation that you endure, the sorrow that you may have came from that, trying to present yourself to the world as a strong, independent person. You take a lot of pride in who you are as an individual. Um, one would say that you bring out your masculine energy in order to help drive this point home. You have a confidence, an arrogance even about yourself. Opposition is what we have here for our aspect. Okay, so and this is what is influencing our personality. So what we're seeing is that confrontation drives you. Confrontation tests you in a way to help you show that that boss. You are in charge. You are in control of your own life. You have that independence that you thrive on. Um, you're very discerning. Also, you tend to be right a lot of times. So when you are, because you are right a lot of times, you don't waver much when it comes to different conflicts that you come across. You don't listen well to other people's opinion because you value yours so much more. Okay, so with the opposition card, usually the planet that is on the exact opposite of the sun um, is what you are going to be having tension with, having challenges with. It doesn't mean that you can't work it out, but let's see what other planet. Why am I doing it? I keep shuffling these. We'll see what other planet that you have in opposition for you. So your opposition is Uranus. Oh wow, it's right there. Um, so Uranus is saying there's breakthroughs, brainstorming. You are very original. Those things are a part of who you are already. Okay, so that's not your opposition. Um, humanitarianism, reform. Reform may be where we're dealing with our opposition, being surprised, experimenting, the unexpected. There's some things going on around you that mentally or in your subconscious mind you are dealing with that you don't want to accept. You don't want to have change. You like the what's the word I'm trying to use? You like the planned out thing. You worked hard for all that you've done, but things that are happening around you, the revolution, things that are happening around you, are coming up against the things that you normally like to do. And in order for you to not have so much conflict within your own self, you're going to have to start embracing some of the things that you normally don't deal with. Um, yeah, so you're going to have to start embracing when the unexpected happens instead of saying that, what's the word I'm looking for? Instead of thinking it's out to get you, it's out to harm you, um, is there to break you down. The change, the reform could be something that you could benefit from. All right, what we got going on here? All right, it's only 2 nodes that I'm dealing with here. South node, north node, and we got the north node. So it's saying that this is something that is coming your way. If you're not already beginning to think of it for the month of September, there may be some changes that's going to happen around you. It's going to test what your soul's purpose is. It's going to test your journey that you had already put yourself on, that you've been successful in. But the destination could be very fruitful for you if you stop fighting against those changes, stop fighting against the element of surprise, reform a little bit, shake it up a little bit, allow there to be some type of freedom of movement in your way of thought. Okay. What we got going on here? These are our asteroids. These are asteroids. Juno. So we have commitment that is going to be required for you. It's going to be required for you to partner with someone. And that's something that's, again, against what you normally would like to do. You like to work solo. You like to be in charge. You like to handle things on your own. You like to be presented as a boss, but you need help. There's a lot of times that you're going to need help. So you're going to come across some things this month of September that are out of the ordinary for you, that's not in line with your organized way of life or your planned out way of life, that's going to seem to take you off the beaten path just a little bit. Lean into it and do so. Like I said, there's going to be a partner of some sort that is going to help you along this path. The Juno is telling you to commit to the process. Okay. Whatever your desires are, whatever your will is in the end game, whatever it is that you want in the end game, despite it not being your normal perfectionist way of doing things, it's going to benefit you. Okay, it's going to benefit you. Let's see if I see anything else here that. Yeah, that isolation is still popping up here. Your internal conflicts with your subconscious mind. And there's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to, the freedom of experimenting and reforming to something different, diversifying. What else we got here? Got to do a little give and take. Got to do a little give and take in this situation in order to smooth out the rough edges of what's going to be happening. And like I say, it's going to begin somewhere in this month, possibly on a Sunday, because I'm seeing Sunday pop up here. I got any other days popping up here? It may take you all the way to the month of June, or it may not even appear into the month of June. But little steps of it are going to start taking place in the month of September. Start preparing yourself in the month of September, this month. Yeah, you like to take on that leadership role, but in this particular case, you're going to have to join forces with someone. And they're going to be compatible. The person that you connect with, the one you partner with, and it may be an actual partner in a relationship that's going to help you in this process. They may have some knowledge or some insight, or maybe the person to give you that balance at home once you get home. But yeah, you're going to have to do a little give and take here. All right, that's what I got here for your astrology portion of the reading. Now I'm going to move on to the Kipper style. All righty, so with our Kipper deck, I'm going to be using the German style of reading that I learned here on YouTube, and it's basically using. Oh, my mic fell off. Give me a second. I'll put that back on in a second. It's basically using a MasterCard method to help us with your reading. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll pull 3 cards, and I'm looking for master cards. Okay, message of concern. It's not a master card. Despair is not a master card. Mature man is not a master card. Community is not a master card. Wealthy man is not a master card. Pathway is not a master card. Bad health is not a master card. Main male. All right. So main male is a master card. Official person falls under him. Thief is not a master card. Courthouse is not a master card. High honor, it is a master card. Thoughts is a master card. Occupation is not. Make sure they're all in scene. Adjudication is not. Lovers is not. Okay, so we go back through it one more time. Most of the things in the beginning, most likely you're not going to change. The message was not. Despair was not. Mature man is not. Community is not. Wealthy man was not. Pathway was not. Bad health was not. Gift was not. Journey was not. Message was not. Imprisonment is not. And lover is not. Okay. So for your Kipper reading, this is what I have here. I'm showing that there's a main male. There's a man in your life or a male presence in your life. And that may be you, because again, we talked about the fact that you are exuberating a lot of masculine energy, or what could be perceived as masculine energy. So that main male may be you. But there is a main male in this situation that you may have a title at work. Like say you like being the boss. So there's someone there that is helping to guide your situation that we have going on here, your thoughts. Maybe you want to be that official person. Maybe that is your life achievement, your goal to be that official person. You're expecting to receive some type of honors, or you have received honors before for the work that you do, but you still are concerned about the change that we talked about something reform that may be coming through in your life force. Okay, you want to keep putting on a good face, a good show, so probably, like I said, obtain this official position where you work at, because again, it's dealing with your occupation. I don't see this as your uh, your own business. I don't see it as that. I just think that within the workplace that you're in, whether you have a title or not, I'm seeing that you want to be that person. You want to be perceived as the person that knows it all, that everybody looks to for answers. Like I say, and you value your own judgment better than you do anyone else's. Um, but the high honor is may seem to be moving away from you, or you feel like it's going to be moving away from you if there's small changes. Maybe there's a merger going on where you work, possibly, that could absorb the position that you have. And maybe that's what you're concerned with. If somebody else is coming in to take that position, that's your biggest concern. Or your concern is dealing with whoever's coming in that's going to be over you. You're going to have to work with them. You're going to have to start doing some things that you ain't used to doing, that you don't like to do, things that you have done already before. And everything will gel. Everything will work out fine. Everything should work out fine. Like, this is going to improve who you are as a person. Stop overthinking it. Stop overthinking it. Stop giving into it. Yeah, I think that you're going to receive some type of recognition, but it's going to be a team effort. You're going to have to partner with someone. You're going to be possibly sharing that with someone, that acknowledgement. I know you don't like that. You want to be known as the one who makes the money moves. You want to be known as that person. But not being pliable is going to hinder you. And if, like I say, if it hasn't begun yet, this is something, like I say, that I see in the future for you, on the horizon for you, and that you should lean into, starting in September, starting this month. And it looks like it. If it's not going to come full circle in June, by June, you definitely gonna know about it. You definitely gonna understand what's going on. Okay, that's all I got for you for the month of September. Thank you, Virgos, for stopping on in. See you in the next video. See you next month. Peace.